Welcome to the show, everybody. I am your host, Ulises Avila, and today we're going to be exploring Pakistan and their journey into nuclear technology. We have a couple of special guests today. We will be talking to a few experts that have dedicated countless hours into studying Pakistan's history, but most importantly, their nuclear history. I would like to welcome to the table Jennifer Gingerich, Allison Russin, and Thomas Jake. So I want to start us off with a little background and give you guys a quick overview of Pakistan's situation in the mid-1900s. Pakistan had just become a new nation with little money and was unable to defend themselves from war with India, as well as preventing a civil war from breaking out in their own nation. Pakistan knew that without a strong military and nuclear power, they would not be able to stay safe. We will first be hearing from Jennifer, and she will be giving us some insight on why Pakistan thought they needed nuclear weapons.
You see then, India started their nuclear program. It created a threat for Pakistan. There is a lot of attempt to overcome the polarized situation created by South Asia region due to the disturbances of balance of power. Highly trained Dr. Khan came with India's first atomic test in 1974. This traumatized Pakistan that developing its own weapons becomes the country's most pressing goal. Zulfikar Alpha Ruho initiated Pak nuclear program was on a serious note. Brutal voice, we will eat grass or leaves, even go hungry, but we will get one of our own. The key of brutal regrind in 1971 through 1977. It was realized that now the time has come that Pakistan should prepare firm bias basis for its program. Every day, having the power as president in 1971, he started working to establish its nuclear program. Now they call him the father of the bomb. It's hard to believe how much the U.S. invested, marking your tax dollars at work.
Thanks, Jennifer. It is really interesting to understand how desperate Pakistan became right after India started diving into nuclear technology. Now, Allison will be telling us a little bit about how Pakistan's nuclear advancements impacted their relationship with other countries.
From Pakistan's nuclear advancements, it has impacted their relationship with other countries. One relationship that has grown because of this is with China. China has been helping Pakistan with creating nuclear warheads, which have strengthened their alliance and have created a better relationship between these two countries. Other relationships that have been impacted by this advancement is with Iran and Libya, which have been making warheads with the help of AQ Khan from the Khan network. Though the Pakistani government say that they have no connections to the network and have put Khan in house arrest, Iran and Libya have continued obtaining materials secretly from this network, whether by other connections or of Khan's or from the government itself, we do not know. Pakistan and India's tension between each other, with nuclear warheads in the mix, could get a lot worse. According to Pakistan Defense Minister Asif, Pakistan has not made atomic devices to display in a showcase. If such a situation arises, we will use nuclear warheads, and eliminate India. With these weapons, Pakistan has become a stronger threat to India. The tension between these two countries could affect Kashmir. If Pakistan and India become more aggressive on obtaining Kashmir for themselves, from this aggression it could cause nuclear war to break out in Kashmir. All in all, Pakistan has made an impact in their relationship, whether in good terms or bad.
Thanks, Allison. It is crazy how nuclear technology can really affect the relationship between countries for good and bad. We're now excited to hear what Thomas has to tell us about how developing nuclear technology has hurt Pakistan's general development.
Thank you. As stated by two of my cohorts, Pakistan's people, according to Bhutto, were willing to eat grass if that were required to develop nuclear capabilities. This gives some idea into how the development of nuclear technology has been detrimental to Pakistan's development. However, we have seen in Pakistan's history a focus on military might that has consistently been detrimental to the well-being of Pakistan. So instead of focusing on the internal use of funds, I would mention a couple of times when Pakistan lost international aid due to its nuclear program. In 1979, President Carter cut off economic and military aid to Pakistan because of their uranium enrichment program. Unfortunately, this was quickly reversed because the Soviets invaded Afghanistan and US aid quickly resumed in Pakistan. Then in 1985, the US passed the Pressler Amendment, which required the US to ensure that a country does not possess a nuclear device in order to give them aid. Between 1985 and 1989, the U.S. did not enforce this law because of the extreme manipulative skill of Pakistani leaders. U.S. officials were convinced that Pakistan was not pursuing a nuclear device. Even in 1982, when General Vernon Walters approached General Zia of Pakistan with incontrovertible intelligence of Pakistan's nuclear proliferation, Zia's denial was so sincere that Walters stated, "Either he really does not know, or he is the most superbly patriotic liar I have ever met." With the sophistry of Pakistani leaders, the U.S. government felt it did not have to enact the Pressler Amendment until 1989. With the enforcement of the amendment, Pakistan lost $300 million of annual economic and military aid. This is aid that could have gone to family planning, education, and other social programs.
Thanks, Thomas, and thank you to all our guests that were here on the show to give us some insight on Pakistan's nuclear history. Today, we have really learned a lot about how nuclear development has impacted Pakistan. In light of all this information, we should all keep a close eye on Pakistan and hope that we stay on their good side. Again, thank you to all our guests and what they brought to the table. We hope you will tune in for our next show.